Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. This is my second reading vlog. I actually haven't posted the first one yet, so I have no idea if anyone liked it or not, but I'm going to film the second one in the hope that this will also make it to my channel. I was actually about to talk about what I'm doing while I'm staying in said hotel for another time, but my food has just arrived, so I'm going to eat that first and then I will do a proper intro to this vlog, but I wanted to show you my food first. So I decided to go for creams as my meal of choice. So we've gone for like a Ferrero Rocher waffle covered in marshmallows and a smoothie just to balance it all out. So it's all good. So I'm going to eat this and then I'll do a proper vlog. Okay, we're back. My creams is a bit disappointing. I think I prefer the crepes from there than the waffles. They taste different to waffles anywhere else, so that was sad. But anyway, so in this reading vlog, to just give you some context, so my job requires me to travel around a lot at this time of year. And this is the first of 4 nights that I will be spending away this week. So I'm doing 2 nights in this hotel, then I'm switching to another hotel and I'm doing 2 nights there. So I figured I would probably get a decent amount of reading done, though I say that it's like 10 p.m. on the first night and I've done 0 reading. So this vlog may not have been the best idea, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. I am currently reading Red, White and Blue by Casey McQuiston, and I have nearly finished this book. I'm on like 258, something like that. So maybe about 2/3 through this book. I started it probably around a week ago. I read it really slowly. It's just been really hard to read on my commute the last week because there's always been other stuff I've needed to do on my commute, so it hasn't been easy to get through it. But really enjoying this book. We'll talk about it more in a moment. The second book I'm hoping to read in this reading vlog is Jade War, which is the second book in the Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. Jade City, which is the first book, was the book that got me back into reading at the beginning of this year. I absolutely loved that book. I would really recommend it to anyone who enjoys fantasy, but even if you are trying to get back into reading, it's just such an interesting book. I'll talk more about it later in the vlog, but I absolutely love it. So I am hoping to read that because I thought I would get loads of reading done, but I'm actually not sure that's going to happen. So we'll see. It might just be a red, white and blue reading vlog. So let me talk a bit about this book. So you have probably heard of it. It is a huge BookTok sensation and it's been mentioned a lot on BookTube. So I'm sure you've heard of it, but if you haven't, it's about a guy called Alex who is the son of the current, in this book, American president, who is a woman, which I didn't know and is so awesome. And then he meets a guy called Henry who is called Prince of England, but his like title is the Prince of Wales. And they have a lot of kind of hate, banter, and Alex is really going through some stuff in this book to try and come to terms with who he is. I don't think it's a spoiler because it's on the blurb, but I'm going to just read the blurb to make sure I don't give away any spoilers. It's definitely not a spoiler. The very like top part of this book's blurb says what happens when America's first son falls in love with the Prince of Wales. So there you go. This gives you an idea of what this book is about. So basically you follow only in Alex's point of view, which I think is really interesting, and you follow as he kind of starts off really hating Prince Henry, but he really has to kind of figure some stuff out. He thinks that he only likes girls, and then he kind of comes to terms with the fact that he's actually bi and kind of accepting his feelings for Henry. This book is so well written. Like, BookTok was just absolutely right with their love of this book. It's so good. It is incredibly funny. It's really smart and witty. There's a lot in here about politics, and particularly American politics, but also because of Henry being a Prince of England, there's a lot about kind of being the royal family and the obligations of being in the royal family and the impact that that has with politics. The romance in this is so well written. The development of their characters is so fascinating, and watching it's a book, reading about Alex figuring out that he is not heterosexual is, I think it's incredibly well written. I personally haven't been through that, but I hope that this book would be useful for people who have maybe been questioning some of their sexuality. And I personally think this would be a very helpful book for kind of talking you through how it can feel to go from thinking your sexuality is one thing to becoming something else. I think it's incredibly well written in terms of the thought process that Alex goes through in figuring stuff out. I think is super interesting. I also think that Henry is a really well written counterpart to Alex. They're very different, but it isn't, I wouldn't say it's a typical haters to lovers, because you kind of learn more about Henry and his feelings for Alex and the really complicated feelings that Henry has about being a gay prince and how he deals with that. Is so interesting. If you like romance, there is really well written romance as well. I think that the like steamy scenes in this are very well written. Kind of like things are hinted at, but very well hinted at, but it also doesn't mean that it kind of hints and then like goes dark and doesn't kind of complete the scene. It very much does, but it's just the way it's written, I personally think is really interesting. I would give some warnings around, there is quite a lot of swearing in this book. I think that the author really writes young 20s. These are young 20-year-olds, and I am not in my young 20s anymore, but I think that the way the young 20-year-olds are written, I know a lot of people around that age group, and I think it is very reflective being a young 20-year-old. So really, I don't have a lot of negative things to say about this book so far. Obviously, I haven't finished it, so it might have some ending that I really don't like, but I think that's unlikely. I would really, really, really recommend it. I love romance books, but this is something different. The story, just the whole fascination around Alex's family, there being a female president, him being from one background, his mum being from another background, and how he kind of deals with that. I just think it's incredibly interesting and really, really well worth a read. There's also some emails and texts back and forward between Alex and Henry, and oh my goodness, like the way that Henry is described is just like, oh, I don't know. He is very kind of, I would say stereotypical British, but I really don't mean that as a bad thing, because obviously this author is writing a Prince of England, and the way that he writes, and he wants to be a writer, and it's just, I don't know, I think you would just like, you can understand why Alex falls for Henry. I was about to say what it is I don't like about this book, but I now can't remember what that is. There's only one thing that annoyed me, but I can't remember it. I remembered. So the only thing I would say is that this book, because it's focused on Alex's mum, the president, her kind of re-election campaign, it does date the book in that her campaign was like 2019, 2020, and it's about her getting re-elected in 2020. And I kind of feel like the years, maybe it becomes significant at the end, but so far I feel like the years shouldn't have been mentioned. I know they kind of need to, because like they kind of date emails and things like that, but I don't think that that affects the story in any way other than to show the passing of time, which I think you could do just with the day of the week and the month. I just think that reading a book that it kind of like, oh, it's in 2019. I don't know. I worry that some people might kind of look at it and think, oh, this is outdated, because a lot of it is set in 2019. So that's really the only, and that's not really a negative, is it? But that's really the only thing I would say. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to finishing it. So I will check in with you when I finish it. It's definitely not going to be today. I really need to try and get some sleep, because I need to be up at about 6:40 tomorrow to be downstairs for breakfast at 7 before the event that I have. So I really need to try and not stay up late reading this. And to be honest, I'm so tired. I mean, I feel like in these vlogs, you can really see how bad the bags under my eyes are. I really don't sleep a lot anymore. So I really do need to try and get some sleep. And I want to call my boyfriend as well. So I'm probably not going to get a lot of reading done. But as I say, I am here tomorrow and I don't have any plans tomorrow evening. I'm hoping that I will not have to work late. I've also lost my laptop charger, so I can't work late because my battery will go. So I am hoping to get some reading done in my evening tomorrow when my work day is done. So I'm hoping I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hi friends, it's day 2 in my hotel. I'm very tired. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to vlog today, if at all, particularly in terms of reading. But I thought that I would just come on here and demystify any opinions you had about the glamour that is travelling for work, at least within the UK. I have ordered some Uber Eats to my hotel. I ordered from like a local place, and I was like really craving pasta, and to be honest I think I've made the wrong choice, but anyway. But I don't know if there was the option for cutlery. I probably forgot to order cutlery. I think sometimes you have to like specifically say you want cutlery, and I just didn't really think about it. So I'm eating spaghetti carbonara with a teaspoon, because that's all the cutlery that's here. So I just thought I would you know, just manage your expectations. For any of you who have ever thought, oh, it would be so exciting to travel for work and wouldn't it be so glamorous? I'm eating spaghetti carbonara with a spoon, so probably not. Hi everyone, it is my 4th day in my hotel stays. I haven't checked in a couple of days. Honestly, Went out for dinner yesterday with my colleague and my bestie. He's my bestie first, my colleague second. And so I didn't read the day before. Did I read then? Did I vlog then? I feel like I have no idea what day of the week it is anymore. Like, I keep thinking on like Friday. The fact that it's only Wednesday is really sad. But anyway, the hotel I'm in is really nice. I'm in a DoubleTree by Hilton this time. I'm gonna insert a clip here of me walking through this hotel. So the hotel is like in MK Dons Stadium. It's super cool. And I'm gonna insert a video of me like walking from the lifts to my room because it's so far and it's really funny. So I will insert that clip here. See what I mean? It's so far. But anyway, I wanted to quickly wrap up this vlog. To be honest, I've basically lost my voice. I also bit my tongue really badly earlier in the week, and I have like 4 ulcers now, so it's actually really hard to talk. So I'm not going to go on too long for this vlog. But I thought I would come on and just update you on where I'm at with my reading. So I finished Red, White and Royal Blue today, which means that this vlog is going to end here, having not started Jade War, which is okay, though I wish I hadn't brought it with me because I put it in my suitcase and I kind of bashed up my version a bit before I've even read it, so that's annoying. Because bearing in mind, like, when you read a UK version, unless you don't open your book far enough, like, I've already kind of wrecked the spine of this, so the fact that my copy of Jade War is, like, really bashed up from having been in my suitcase is very sad. But anyway, so this vlog actually is just me talking about Red, White and Royal Blue. When I last vlogged, I'd read quite a lot of it, so I probably don't have masses to add. Other than that, I really enjoyed this book. If you like romance books, you will enjoy this. It, particularly, I was like reading a couple of the reviews on Goodreads, and there were some reviews on there where they were saying like they don't like reading smart and stuff. I don't think this book reads that way, but there are steamy scenes, so if you don't like steamy scenes, you won't like this book. So there really aren't that many, and they do massively tone down in the last sort of third of the book, I would say. The book becomes much more about the plot. There was another comment in, I think, the same review where they said that they just felt it was really idealistic. I quite liked reading it. I think it probably is idealistic, but I would like to live in this world where we have a female president. I would just like that. Obviously, I'm not American, but I would like it if we lived in a world with a female president, like this female president. Anyway, shouldn't generalize that all female presidents would be great, but this female president. So anyway, I liked that idealistic version. I didn't feel that it was kind of silly or anything like that. I thought that it was, I don't know, I'm a romantic, so what can you do? I really liked Alex and Henry as characters. I really liked them being together. I do think the middle part of this book is the strongest. The ending, it does sort of rush to become very idealistic, I would say. I'm fine with that, but I think the middle part of this book is the strongest. So yeah, overall, I think I would give this 4.5 stars, probably. So I'll probably give it 4 stars on Goodreads. Maybe 5? I don't know. I think probably 4. But I think really I would say it's a 4.5. Like, I genuinely really enjoyed it. I think, I feel I said this in my last vlog, but someone who reads quicker than me could read it quicker than me. But I did really enjoy it. I was kind of gripped and wanted to read more, particularly in the middle section. I haven't really felt that way about the very last part of it, but definitely with the middle section, I did really want to keep reading. I thought that the romance scenes were very well written. I think the characters were very well written. I thought the balances between American and Britain were really well explained. It's a really funny book. Like, I wouldn't say I kind of laughed out loud the way I think other people have, but I think that's on me. But I do think that this book is funny. I think the characters are enjoyable, so I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it, and I think I would give it 4.5 stars, but I will probably give it 4 stars on Goodreads. But I'm going to wrap up this vlog now because my tongue is super swollen and it's really hard to speak. So I am going to wrap up this vlog now. Really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sorry that it was probably quite a chaotic vlog, a little bit all over the place for me. But that's me. So if you watch my videos, you're kind of here for it. But thank you so much for watching another reading vlog. Do let me know if you're enjoying these. This is the last major set of my hotel stays. That doesn't mean I couldn't do another reading vlog though. So if you are interested in them and want to see more, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate a like. It really helps out my channel. And you can also find me over on Instagram at peace.love.plan. But otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.